Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create professional layers in AutoCAD. Why do you need to create layers in AutoCAD? Layers help you to easily organize your work in a professional way, and also it helps you to differentiate different elements in your drawings. So I'm just going to explain to you how you can create layers in AutoCAD in a professional way. Just make sure that you watch until the end, and also if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also share this kind of content to friends and relatives that you feel like they're in need of this kind of content. All right, let's get into AutoCAD and I'll show you exactly what you need to do to create professional layers. So I will hover my cursor at this layer properties manager. So if you can't see or find this slide just at the left hand side of your workspace, you just need to click at this button called the layer properties, and so this palette will pop up. Then I'm going to show you first how you can create a new layer. So you can see that the current layer we have over here, it's the default layer that comes along with AutoCAD. So if you have just installed AutoCAD, this is the first layer that comes along with AutoCAD, and it will be the layer that you find there. The rest of the layers you just need to create them by yourself. All right, so AutoCAD just helps you to create the layers that you need such that you can use them properly in your drawings. So if you need to create a new layer, you click at this icon over here. AutoCAD creates for you a new layer called layer 1. All right, so it's upon you to give it a layer name. All right, so I'll put in walls. Next, I'm going to first leave out these icons. I'm going to explain them to you in the further part of the video. All right, so let's get to the color. So if you want to give your new layer called walls a color, you click at this white square over here. Then this select color dialog box will pop up. Then from this, you can select a color of your choice. All right, so in most cases, I usually leave it in white color, but it's upon you. You can give it a red color. So you can see that this white square will turn to a red square. All right, so I usually maintain it to white. So I'll click OK. Then you go to the next column, which is line type. All right, so you can see that the current line type this layer has, it's continuous. But if you want to change the line type, you simply click where this word continuous is. Then this select line type dialog box will pop up. Then it's from this that you select the line type from the options that are within this dialog box. So if you find that you only have one line type in this dialog box, like in this scenario over here, you simply click at this button load. Right, this load line type dialog box will pop up. Then you can see that we have a variety of line types over here. You just simply select the line type you want. I'll go with this, then hit OK. But you can see that with walls I can't go in for phantom, so I'll leave it as continuous. Right, so I'll leave continuous selected, then I'll hit OK. Then next we are going to go to the line weight. All right, so I'll kind of increase this column. You just need to hover your cursor at this partition between this column and this column. So you can see that the cursor changes to a double arrow symbol. So you simply left click at your mouse, then you hold, then you can increase or decrease it. All right, so I'll leave it at that. Then you can see that the line weight is currently at default. All right, so I'll click on it. Then this line weight dialog box will pop up. Then from this I can select the line weight of this layer. All right, so the line weight is simply determines the thickness of the line that will be under the layer for walls. All right, I'll select this 0.35 millimeters, hit OK. Then next, the transparency, I'll maintain it to 0. If need be, you can also put the description, but in most cases for me, I don't bother myself putting the description in the last column over here. So let's draw an illustration in the workspace to explain to you more things about the wall layer. All right, I'll click at the line command. All right, but before I draw anything over here, I'll click at this arrow, then select the layer for walls, make it current, then I'll draw a horizontal line. But you can see that AutoCAD is not giving me a straight line. Okay, so if you need a perfectly straight line, you need to click at this restrict cursor orthogonally. So once you click on it or select it, you see that the cursor is only restricted to the horizontal movements and vertical movements. All right, I'll draw a horizontal line over there. Once you're done with drawing this line, we shall go back to the layer properties manager. Then you can see that if we reduce the transparency of this layer to 40, you can see that it kind of fades inwards. All right, the other way you can increase or decrease the transparency of this line is by clicking over here. Then you can see that we had before set this transparency to 40, but if I need it to be set to 0 again, I'll simply put in 0, then hit enter. All right, oh, it has not changed here because over here it has not been changed. All right, so if you need to put it to 0, you just need to put in here 0, then okay. So you can see that it's now bright enough, or it's clear. So that's how you make it visible, or if you want to make it faded, you simply increase the number. All right, so next, there's something I want also to show you here. Now if you lock this layer walls, you can see that AutoCAD fades it. All right, so once I select it, it selects it the way you can see. Then if I want to move it, I'll click at the move command, but you can see that AutoCAD doesn't allow us to do anything on this line. All right, so if you hover your cursor on the line, you see that padlock symbol. All right, that shows that this layer is locked, so you can't modify it, you can't do anything on that layer. All right, I'll get back the layer properties manager, then I'll unlock this layer. Then next we have the freeze and on options or columns. All right, so these two columns, you can see that for the freeze we have a sun-like symbol, then for the on we have a bulb-like symbol. All right, so these two commands, they kind of operate the same way. All right, if I click on this sun symbol, AutoCAD has just told me that the layer cannot be frozen because it's the current layer. So let's make this default layer the current one. Right, so we shall get back to the wall layer, so I'll freeze it. So you can see that once I click on this sunlight button, it fades out, and also the line also disappears in the workspace. All right, so if I need it back, I'll simply click on this sunlight icon, so you can see that it reappears. So the same thing happens when you click on this bulb symbol under the on column. You can see that this bulb-like symbol fades out, then also the line disappears in the workspace. All right, so if I need it back, I'll simply click on this bulb symbol. All right, so it pops back again. All right, so next, so I'm going to create more 3 layers just to show you how you can go about on how to create layers properly in AutoCAD. All right, remember that I told you before, if you want to create a new layer, you just need to click on this icon over here, then you can see that a new layer has been formed. So I'll give it a name, maybe I'll call it doors. Then here I'll maintain it to a white color, then I'll maintain the line type to continuous, then the line weight I'll change it to 0.09. I'll hit OK. Then next, the transparency I'll maintain it to 0. Then I'll leave these other columns the way they are. Then also I'll create another one. This one I'll give it a name of Windows. Then I'll click at this white square. Then this select color dialog box will pop up. Then next I'll give it a green color, so I'll just need to select this green part of the color. Then I'll hit OK. So this box changes to a green color. So I'll maintain the line type to continuous. Then also the line weight I'll maintain it to 0.09. Then I'll maintain the transparency to 0. Then also I'll maintain these ones untouched. All right, so next I'll create another layer, then I'll call it text. Then I'll click at this green square. For it, I always maintain it to white, but it's upon you. If you need your text to be in a red color, yellow, orange, you can play around with these colors and you come up with a decent color for your text. But for me, I always maintain it to white. so I'll keep it to white. Then I'll maintain the line type to continuous. The line weight, I'll maintain it to this. Then the transparency, I'll give it 40. Hit OK. Then for these ones, I won't change anything. All right, the description and the new VIP freeze. So I'm going to explain this to you in just a few minutes from now. All right, so you can see that these are the layers that we have created. We have created the wall, door, window, and text. All right, so if you're to analyze it very well, I haven't touched on these three icons. All right, so you can see that if you want to create a new layer but you don't want that layer to be visible in the viewports, you simply use this icon over here. So you can see that if I hover my cursor on it, AutoCAD gives a notification indicating that new layer VP frozen in all viewports. All right, this indicates that you create a layer, but this layer won't be visible in any of the viewports that will be on your layouts. All right, there is also this other icon over here. So if you want to delete a layer, you simply use this icon over here, provided that you're within the layer properties manager. All right, so there is also this icon over here. It's set current. All right, so if you want to make this selected layer called the text the current one, you simply click at this icon over here. All right, so you can see that it's made current over here. All right, so anything that I'll be doing in this workspace, it will be under the layer for text. All right, that's the major importance of making a layer current. Let's look at this new layer VP frozen in all viewports in details. All right, if I create a new layer, then name it dimensions. All right, I'll maintain these ones the way they are. I'll even make it current. All right, I'll click at this linear command, then I'll click at this point, then also I'll click at this point. I'll put my dimension over there. Then next, if I move to my layouts, then I double click inside this viewport, you can see that I can't see my dimension. All right, this is because of what I've just explained to you. If you create a layer but under this icon, if you've created it from this icon over here, it won't be visible in your viewports. All right, so this is what exactly happens. In most cases, I usually don't use it because every layer that I use is intentional for something in my drawings. All right, so next there is an icon over here that I've not talked about. It's called the delete layer. All right, so if you feel like you don't need a layer in your list of layers, you simply select it, but make sure it's not current. All right, so if I try to delete this layer that is current, you see AutoCAD gives me a notification that the selected layer was not deleted. All right, so you can see that the reasons as to why it's not deleted, one of them is it's the current layer. All right, this dialog box always pops up with reasons as to why it cannot be deleted. So you simply close this dialog box. You make another layer current. Maybe I'll make this one current, then I'll select my layer for dimensions, then I'll click the delete. Okay, it's not deleting. I don't know why. Okay, let me make it current. Select text, then yes, this one has worked well. So you can see that I've successfully deleted my text layer. All right, this is it for this video. If you've really found something of helpful and it has added value to you, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and also share this kind of content to friends and relatives that you feel like they need of this kind of content. All right, also the other thing is, if you feel like there is anything that I've left out and I've not explained in this video, feel free to let me know in the comment section. All right, so thanks for watching, and we'll meet in the next part of the video.